Hello, this is a brief introduction to Kotlin. This is part 11, and we will talk about interface, class, and object in computer language Kotlin. Here we have an example of interface with name A. Inside of this interface A describes a function fun A, and then we have a class B which implements this interface. Class B have a parameter x type of int, and then since it is implementing interface A, it also can override the function fun A and should implement it. And then we have in this side, inside of this class B, an object with name obj1 and with a property type of string. And then here we have an independent, not inside of any class object with name obj2, which implements interface A. So objects can be declared with the keyword object, and then they can also implement interface. So that's the difference between object and regular variables. And here it overrides the fun A, and then it can implement that function. And it can have also own functions inside and properties. Here I will show you how to create an interface. We have to use the keyword interface, and then we can create name, we can call it A, and then describe a function inside of the interface A. We can call it A function. So then we can create a class B, which is implementing the interface A. And then here we can override this function. We don't need this. We can directly create the body of this function, implement it. So we can say hello from class B, and then we have an object. We have named object. It starts with object keyword, and we use the name obj. For example, in this here we have body of the object, and then we have some property, let's say type of int, and then we had an object, again keyword object, and then we call it object number 2, for example, and which is implementing interface A. So objects are able to implement interface just like some class. So when we would like to have a small class, like instead of creating entirely new class, so we can create just small object and use it. So here we can have also a code override. First we can override the function. We don't need this part, just, and then here we can also print hello from the object 2. Okay, now we can test. So here we will access the function which was implemented in class B, but for that we have to initialize it. So we need a instance of class B, instance of class B, which is actually we can use small b, small b, simply some as a parameter we can give some int number, integer number, and then basically we can actually access that function simply here, and then we can run. So what's hello from class B? So we access the function which was described in interface A. So interface is an abstract class where described our functions. So we have there only names and kind of empty methods. And then when we implementing, we are adding code to that. So and then let's try to access now property A from object 1, which was described inside of the class B. So we have instance of class B, but we are not able to actually access that object. Neither if we use like statically, also we cannot. However, this is that there is another use for that kind of object. But if we use companion keyword, then that objects will become visible for us. So as you see here, we have now it's a companion object of class B, and we can have statically access to this object, like here we have access to a property, so as you see there is in int number 1, and then we printed here, we access that property, and as you see it's it shows that it's redundant, so we can actually even omit that, still will work the same way. So when we use companion keyword, companion object before the keyword object, then actually this name of the object can be omitted. It will still allow us statically access all fields of the this object. But if we remove this, as you see, it shows error. So this is not so much used without the keyword companion if we declare inside of class object. But in this other case, when we have object without any class, so it's just an object, then we can access. We just use the name of this object, and then we can call that function which was inside of object implemented. And as you see, hello from object 2. So thank you for watching this video. See you next time.